within Adobe Animate, we've got this game. We're going to try to connect two different scenes using a button. Like we're going to create a button, you click it, it takes you from that scene to the other scene. So the first scene is a menu, the other scene is the actual gameplay. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here I am. We've got this menu over here to the left. It says scene, and then under it, it says menu and gameplay. Those are just the names that we've given these two different scenes. If you don't see this window for scene, you can go to window, the window menu, and then scene down here. All right. So scenes, what is that about? We're here with the menu. I'm going to go over to the gameplay, click that, and then this is like the Flappy Bird game, right? Let me get that out of the way. Help panel. So down here in the lower left, I've got our layers. It looks a little bit different from when we were animating, where we had a bunch of frames. Here we're just kind of like storing things, if that makes sense. I just hid the help panel. So when you click help, that's the thing that we're seeing. Someone clicks help, it says how to play. That's what that is. But I hid it for now. We've got these, what are our other layers? We've got text. I just kind of made that for us to make things simple. The BTN, that's like the button layer. You could think of that as that. If I make that invisible, that's that. That's the button layer. We're going to put the button that we make on that same button layer, just to keep things simple. And then the background is the background. Up here it says actions. That's kind of like a layer for storing code, more or less. More or less. And if I, let's see. If I right click it and then go to actions, I mean, in theory, I could have actions on any of the layers, but I like keeping them organized in this one layer that says actions. If I click on it, that's this coding window that I think we're familiar with a little bit from last time. And you see, so this is a little code window pane specifically for this scene, yeah. And it keeps things pretty organized as you change from one scene to the other. It changes it like visually in the stage, and also in the coding window and in the timeline as far as the layers that you're seeing. If I click on help, yeah, oh, okay, how to play, and I can close out. So this is functional. So we're going to make one of these, but we're going to connect it to the other scene instead of just popping up a little rectangle. All right, so I'm going to make my play button now. I like to use, you can use whatever you want, rectangle, oval. I like this polystar shape, whichever one you want to do. And we're in the actions layer now. We don't want to do that. We want to be in the button layer just to be organized. Okay. Here we go. This will be my play button. So I made my shape. I want to click on it, convert it to a symbol. So up to the modify menu, convert to symbol. I'm going to call it play underscore BTN. It's a button symbol, not a movie clip. So it's a button symbol, new kind. Okay, let's see. It's here in my library. Play underscore BTN. Cool. And to stay organized, we can go over to properties and give it the same name as the instance name, play underscore BTN. So then we can reference it with our code, right? Sure. We can go over real quick how the where the visual look or the design of buttons goes. We'll do this real quick, guys. I'm double clicking into it because it's a symbol, right? It's got its own timeline. You guys remember that? I double clicked. We're now on the timeline just for this symbol. If you look down here, it's sort of hard to see. It says up, over, down, hit. Think of these as just states for the button and different looks for the button. These are like little categories for it. So I'm going to go insert keyframe, or I could do F6 a couple times. Okay. So I've just copied over that same look to these different states. So what does this stuff mean? Again, up means when nothing's touching it. Over means when you're hovering the mouse over the button. Down means when you click the button like when you're holding down the mouse button. Hit is just the area of the button itself, like the clickable area or the activated area. Over, we can change the color. Why not? Where were we? It doesn't have to be that good, guys. Over, it'll get more pink. And then down, when you're clicking down, it'll be hot pink. And then the hitbox, like the area, we can shrink it if we want, just to show you what we're talking about. Modify, transform, scale. So I can do that. So I just changed the hitbox there. Now let's test this movie. Control, test. What does that look like? So my mouse is here. It looks the exact same, right? And I'm clicking, nothing's happening. But as I move it closer, like it's only about here that it turns pink, right? That's the over state. And now when I click it, now it's super hot pink, right? And again, it's only active in here. That's the hitbox. Lovely. Now we know. Now we know. I'm going back out to my main timeline. This text layer, I'm going to add some text over the button. I want to say play. Maybe change the color of the text. Where am I? And the hitbox, you could have it be the full size of the button. That's fine. There we go. There's my button. Okay, now all we gotta do is connect it using code. Here we are. I'm clicking on our button. Got the button layer selected. Great. We can go, if you remember, Window, Code Snippets, yeah. Action Script. This time we're going to go with Timeline Navigation. And again, the goal here is to use the button to connect from one scene to the other. So, since menu is the first scene and gameplay is the next scene, we're going to use the click to go to next scene and play. And again, I've got the button selected. Click to go to next scene and play. Let's see. Let's see what this says. Okay, so play _ BTN. That's right. That's good. That's what we wanted the code to affect, right? It's adding an event listener so that when the mouse clicks, it will go to the next scene. That's really what that is. It's going to work. Let's see. Let's see. Control test. Is this going to work? Here we are. Okay, I'm going to click. Okay, we're in the game. We're in the game. Great. You can play this all day.